Hi, I'm John with the Treasure Finding Rods Company, and I've got an exciting new long-range locator that I'm getting ready to put on the market here. It's taken about close to a year research and development and extensive field testing, and I'm really excited to announce today that it is ready to go and fully functional. So this is the TFR-2 molecular frequency resonance locator, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about this new incredible long-range locator device that we got finalized. I'm going to be giving a little introduction here on the functions and how it works, and then I'm going to be doing a long distance test demonstration to show you how far this thing can go on a little bit of gold. You can find any type of metal or mineral with this locator. It has a sample chamber right here at the top, and you can just place a sample of what you're looking for. You can find meteorites, diamonds, gems, paper money. The list is extensive. It'll find literally anything that you can put in this chamber. So I have a small piece of refined gold down in there, about 18 carats. It's about 1.5 grams, and I have today for this test demonstration, I have a 2-gram gold 1946, I think it is, Mexican gold coin, and I have it buried under dirt, I think about 6 inches deep. My last testing with one of my other locators, the TFR-4, I was doing above ground tests, but I also did some deep testing on that in a deep hole. But I'm doing a demonstration test today with the TFR-2 on this gold coin that's buried, and you will not believe how powerful this extraordinary device is and how far it'll go on this gold coin. So let me go through a little bit of the functions and just give you a quick introduction here on this locator. I'm trying to keep it steady here in the camera. This is the power button right here. You can turn the unit on, and once you turn the power on, then you can turn the discriminator dial, and as you turn the discriminator dial to the left, it has a whole wide range of weight settings that you can adjust to find the targets that the sizes of target range that you're looking for, from less than 1 gram all the way to 100 pounds and more. Between 100 pounds and maximum, you have a few 100 pounds there to play with, and then when you get it on maximum, you're on unlimited weight range. So as you turn this dial from the left to the right or the right to the left, the signal strength light indicates the amount of power that the TFR-2 is putting out. See, as I turn it to the right, it's getting brighter because it takes more power to find smaller targets at long distance range. So you turn it to the left, the signal strength light will dim. So here we have a neutralizer. So when you're changing samples in the sample chamber, one type of metal or mineral to the other, you would use this function, and you would wait about 15 seconds, and that will completely neutralize whatever previous sample was in this chamber, because this unit this TFR-2 is so powerful that it locks on to whatever type of metal or mineral that you put in that chamber, and it holds on to the residual energy field of that sample. So when you're changing your samples, you would use the neutralizer function. So you also have a conduit indicator, and this locator is one of a kind. I believe it's pretty much the first of its kind on the long-range locator market, possibly in the world, because I've been using long-range locators, dowsing rods, metal detectors, and different types of frequency locating devices for many years, and I've never seen anything like this as far as the power, sensitivity, and the distance range that this thing is capable of. I don't want to give away all the secrets of how it works, but I can just say that this thing is working with a circuit board, and it's harnessing the power of very, very potent crystals, and it's working through the crystalline structures, waveform technology, harnessing the power of crystals, and it's kind of like a magnetic field generator would be the best way that I could describe it, and how it's working. It's working through magnetic fields and crystalline power, and that's about all I can say about that without giving away everything. But when you see how far this thing can go on a very small amount of gold and silver samples that I have, that this is part one. I'm going to be doing a part two on smaller amounts of gold and silver, possibly other minerals, but you will be, believe me, you'll be amazed at what this thing can do. So let me get the rod component, the antenna rod that plugs into it, and then I'll explain that a little bit, and then I'll try to do the long distance demonstration test here, weather permitting, before it gets too dark. Okay, here we can see the voltage meter. I got the camera lens working a little better now. See, this is where you would check your voltage for the TFR-2, and you can keep tabs on your dual battery power. This thing's working on a dual lithium-ion 9-volt battery system, and here in the back you can see that you have two battery covers, and I'll just open one of them, but you can see that there's the lithium-ion 9-volt battery. Very easy to take the batteries out and recharge them. They're rechargeable batteries, 9-volt batteries. So there's your voltmeter. We're at 16.6 volts now. So now I'm going to get the antenna rod component, and we'll turn this back on, and I'm going to show you how you would connect the antenna rod, and give you a quick little demo on that. Okay, this is the TFR-2 antenna rod component that works with the TFR-2 box, and it's stainless steel, and it's got an aluminum handle, and it's got a jack connector at the bottom. And this is it's hollow, partly solid, partially hollow, and it doesn't have a power load like my other locators, because the TFR-2 box is generating all the power necessary. So in other words, it's got its own power source inside here, that its own little generator that's generating all the power that's necessary, that shoots out through this antenna rod. So this is more like the directional antenna rod part of the device. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in here, because we're kind of running out of daylight here to do the demonstration test. So if I can get everything in the camera. Okay, you see the conduit indicator light just came on because I plugged in the bottom of the antenna rod there. So you unplug it, and that light goes out. That just lets you know that you've established a good conduit. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate also real quick, if I have the time here, how this has a dual carry function setup here. You can hook it to your belt with this heavy-duty belt clip, but you can also use a very comfortable padded camera strap, shoulder strap type of a configuration, and I'm going to show real quick how you would do that. Okay, so here is the padded shoulder camera strap type deal that if you don't want to use it around your waist and you want to free up your waist for other metal detecting accessories as you're hunting, then no problem. You can just connect this camera strap. It's got these loops here on the side, and you can just connect them just like that, and then you can put it around your shoulder. You can adjust the length of the straps, and you can just pretty much, you can put it you can position it over your chest or on the side, on your side, out of the way, but it'll free up your waist for if you're carrying metal detector accessories like little shovels and pinpointers and stuff like that. Okay, so here you go. You can see that I've got the if I can show here in the video, I've got the camera, the padded shoulder strap camera accessory hooked up. Okay, so I have a piece of refined gold, 18 karat gold, about 1.5 grams in the sample chamber, and because we're looking for refined gold on the long distance demonstration test here, so I'll go ahead and close that. So now we're going to adjust our discriminator dial. We're going to adjust it to the exact weight of the coin that we're going to be doing the test demonstration on, and in this case it's 2 grams. So we would want to put that at exactly 2 grams. So we're on 2 grams, as you can see right there. I've got it adjusted to 2 grams, which is the weight of the coin. The TFR-2 also has a direct voltage connection that when you connect to that setting, it disables this dial. So in other words, if you want to hunt a park for coins, for example, do some coin shooting at a park, or look for jewelry, stuff like that, and you're not sure exactly what the weight range is of what you're looking for, and you don't want to be limited to the weight range on this dial, well, no problem. You would just connect to the jack on the bottom, that's on the bottom here, that says direct voltage. And then what you can do is when you find a target, which is what I do, you can switch it over to the discriminator dial, and you can just start at 1 gram, because most coins and jewelry is between 1 and 5 grams, and you could just start adjusting the dial here until you get a signal, and then you'll know what your target size is before you even dig the hole. And that's a pretty good, darn good little tool there. So let's check the voltage one more time, since I got the camera settings here figured out. So we're at 16.5 volts, and we're at 2 grams. So now let me get the rod set up and get the camera set up, and we can see if we can do our test demonstration. Okay, so once again, way out there, I'll point with the TFR-2, the antenna. You see that barn to the left, and you see this house over here to the right. Focus on the middle of those 2 buildings. Now you see that building right there. The sun's not really pointing in that direction really good, but I'm pointing with the antenna rod. That building right in the middle there, right between these 2 buildings, you see that white roof there? That's where the gold coin is. It's buried. I've got it buried between 2 fluorescent orange cones, and as we get closer, and if the wind won't give me any more trouble, we're going to get close. I'm going to keep taking sweeps and lines of bearing as I head that way, I'm going to just be walking with the TFR-2, and every now and then I'll stop and take a sweep. The gold coin is buried at the end of the field, of this farmer's field, right pretty much below that center point there, below that building. And it's kind of tough to estimate, but if you just kind of look at the buildings and you look at where I'm at right now, you can pretty much get an idea that we're at 2,000 feet. So 2,000 feet, there's 300 feet in a football field. So we're talking over 6 football fields in length, to give you an idea of reference. Let me tell you, 6 football fields is pretty freaking long distance for a small gold coin, and I've got it buried. And as I walk over there, I'm going to stop and take readings, and I'm going to show you that that gold coin is there, and that this freaking phenomenal piece of technology that my company just got completed, all the bugs worked out. I'm going to demonstrate to you today, hopefully, if the wind holds and there's no more camera problems. I'm doing all this filming myself. Once again, I don't have the help to have somebody follow me and hold the camera, so you're just going to have to bear with me if the video's shaky, if I have to stop, my arm hurts. This is really, really tricky to do by yourself. No, I don't have a GoPro camera. There are some issues with the GoPro camera that I haven't made the decision to get one yet. Maybe I will, but for now, this camera is what I have to work with. But I'm going to show you without a shadow of a doubt that that coin is over there. There is no other gold in this field. You can see this is a farm field. This is like cow pasture right here where I'm standing right now. That is farm field. There's no reason for any gold coins to be buried here, unless there's some that the farmer buried that I don't know about, but I would be getting a signal with this thing. The only gold coin that's here today is the one that I'm using for the demonstration. So let me take a reading here. We'll take a sweep. See if I can keep the camera steady. Hold the camera steady and show you that the gold coin is resonating with that frequency that's way, way the heck out there. Now, to go that far, it's just phenomenal. You see? See how I'm getting a signal there? See how, pay attention to the antenna. See how it pulls, how it locks as I sweep in that direction, how it pulls, how it stops. I'll shorten the sweep. Look at that. That is the attraction. This TFR-2 molecular frequency resonance generator is generating a frequency resonance signal that's shooting out this antenna rod, and it's honing in on that particular frequency of that gold coin. And I know a lot of people say on the forums that gold and metals don't emanate any frequencies, any energies. Do your research, people. That is totally untrue. Everything puts out a resonant frequency. Your own body puts out a resonant frequency. Everything is energy. Everything can be broken down on a molecular level. Protons, neutrons, atoms, the atomic structure, all of that is energy. Gold, silver, other precious metals, minerals, any kind of mineral, even rocks, put out a resonant frequency. And that is what this device is catching on to. Kind of like a radio. This is kind of like a radio broadcast tower here. This locator that I'm using. It is broadcasting a resonant frequency signal that is lining up with that frequency that small gold coin is emanating, even buried in the frickin' ground. And when we get over there, I will show you that gold coin is buried. I think it's 6 or 8 inches in the dirt, and you'll see that this is for real. So, okay, back again. I had another issue with the camera, believe it or not. It got stuck on automatic exposure. I'm still learning how to use this camera. I just got it not that long ago, and it didn't come with a manual, and it's just a pain in the butt. Anyway, I haven't really moved from the last scene where the film got cut. So let's take another signal, another sweep here, and you'll see I'm still getting, see that, there's the pull. TFR-2 is picking up on that gold coin that it's in the center. It's not exactly, it might be a little to the right, but it's pretty close to that white roof building in between that barn with the green roof and these other homes on the right. As we get closer, you'll see. But there you can see, I'm sweeping the TFR-2, and there's a signal. As I sweep, I'm getting a signal lock in that direction to the gold coin. Now, when we get about halfway, I would say at about 1,000, no, it's probably more like 700 or 800 feet. Now that I remember, I got that measured out over there, that one road that I shot my other TFR-4 video. It's close to halfway. We're going to start heading south again. I'm going to show you with the TFR-2. We're going to start heading south, and you'll see how it'll pull back to the west. So hopefully this time we're not going to have any more problems. There's a guy riding a dirt bike out here, and he's making a lot of noise, so I might pause as he rides by. But I'm going to try and keep the camera steady on the TFR-2. Cross some barbed wire here. Okay, we're going to start walking down this road, and I'm going to show you now that the wind has finally calmed down. I'm just going to keep walking with the rod. Now there's two methods that I explain this in my training videos, but I'll explain it here now. As we're walking, we have time to kill. There's two methods to find your targets. Actually, there's 3 or 4 methods. One of them being triangulation, and the other one being the boxing method. But I'm just going to be demonstrating 2 methods here today. Basically, you stop, you take your sweep, you look for your line of bearing. In this case, the line of bearing is way over there, straight west, where close to where that building with the big white roof is. See that? See that pull? Okay, and then the other method is, it's called the walk-by method. Walk-by method being, no matter what direction we head, as I just demonstrated, the rod will pull to the direction of your target. And so, real simple. You do not have to have years of experience to use a locator like this. All you really have to learn, the tricky part, is learning how to balance the rod, how to balance it in your hand to keep it from flopping all over the place. But I explain that in my training videos. It take you a day or two. Some people take a few more than a day, a few more days than a day or two. But most people get the hang of it pretty quick. Okay, so I'm walking with the TFR-2. I'm not sure exactly how many feet we are now, but we're not at 2,000 feet. But I'm going to take another line of bearing here and rest my hand. I injured the arm that I'm holding the camera. Unfortunately, I got to hold the rod in my right hand. The arm that I'm holding the camera's heavy. I injured it not that long ago, recently. And that's part of the problem with trying to shoot this video. But I'm determined, because of the weather problems out here, I'm determined to get this video done today, because it's, for the first time in a while, the weather is actually calm. It's usually really windy out here. This is the desert out here, mountainous desert environment. The wind, it's just a pain. I mean, it's just relentless. So anyway, pretty close here. I'll take a little break. I'm just walking with the rod, and I'm heading in the direction of the gold coin. We were at 2,000 feet, and now we're getting close. We're actually about the halfway mark, because that road over there, where we're going to take a left, and I'm going to be heading south to show you that the TFR-2 will get a pull. That's at about 700-800 feet to the target. So anyway, there's a piece of wood here, a piece of 1x8. So I'm gonna take a little break here, and I'm gonna do a sweep. We're gonna sweep from southwest direction. Now we're gonna do a sweep, and look at that. Look at that pull. Look at that pull. I'm gonna try to hold the camera still here and do the sweep. See that pull towards the gold coin as I go by it, as I go by the target. See that pull? See how it's pulling in that direction? I'll do it slow. See the antenna? I'll shorten the sweep so you can see. Hold the camera steady. As I sweep, look at the attraction. Look at that pull on the tip of the antenna to that direction of where that gold coin is. There it is right there. Thank God we have the wind is pretty calm right now. You can see there's that attraction right in there. If I shorten the sweep and I get a bearing on it, you can see the pull. There it is right there. So let's just keep walking. Let's keep walking towards the gold coin so that I can show you when we get up there to where the cones are. I can show you that gold coin is there. This is for real. It's taken about close to a year to get this TFR-2 locator done. It's really, really advanced technology. I can't get into all the specifics of what makes it work, what makes it tick, for obvious reasons, but I can just say that it is putting out, it's basically a frequency resonance generator. So whatever you put in that sample chamber, it creates a resonant field around that metal or mineral, and then it creates an attraction. It creates kind of like a magnetic attraction to that same exact frequency. And it's using very, very powerful crystals, and it's using 8 volts. So, you know, it's a combination of magnetic fields, huge crystals, circuit board, all working together with the 18 volts. And that's about, as I mentioned earlier, that's about all I can say about that. So we're getting close to the target. I was holding the rod, I wasn't really paying attention, and I was holding it down, pointing down. But we're going to take a left turn here. We're going to take a little break. We're a little past the halfway point. We're going to check and make sure we're still on 2 grams. We're going to check the voltage. Okay, so let's do that real quick. Okay, 2 grams. We're still on 2 grams. The TFR-2. Let's do a voltage check. Okay, we're a little less voltage now. We've been using the unit full power, and we're at 15.4. We're still good. We got plenty of power. This thing will work down to 9-10 volts. Okay, we'll turn the voltage off. All right, you can see that the direction of the target is still out there, where that building with the white, that building right about there, right in there somewhere, is where the gold coin is buried. So what we're going to do right now, because the sun's going down, there's the sun, We're losing daylight, and I'm getting very tired. Let's start walking in the opposite direction. Okay, that's west. This is south. So let's start walking south, and I'm going to try and fool the TFR-2 locator. I'm going to try and trick it into seeing if it'll forget about the gold coin. Okay, I'm holding the camera level. I got the TFR-2. Let's see what happens when we get past that line of bearing. Let's see if I can fool it into forgetting that it's there. I don't think I'll be able to, but for the skeptics, let's see if I can trick it. Let's see if anything even happens. And you notice I got my hand pretty freaking steady. I'm walking. The shaking is, I see it looks to me like it wants to go to the left, but I know this thing, and I know that no matter what direction I go, it's going to start pulling to that gold coin. Well, what do you know? Look at that. You see that? See, I'm not doing that. This is a free pivot. There's something pulling on the antenna. You see that? It's pulling in that direction. Look at that. Even from about 700-800 feet away, it's pulling in the direction of that. Now, what is over there? Well, what do you know? That's the direction of the gold coin. Let's do a sweep. Let's do a sweep, and let's see if it's still lining up with the gold coin. Yeah, it is. See that pull? See, I concentrate on holding the rod balanced, and then I lose the shot of the camera. See that pull? Right over there where that building is, with the white roof. It's flat, right in the middle there. On the right, you have those gray roofed homes, and then you have that barn. Right in there, where that flat roof is. Actually, it's not a building now that I realize it. It's a home. That is a home over there. I thought it was some kind of a big parking overhang shade deal, but it's not. Okay, so let's take another reading, because I'm getting tired, it's getting dark, and I gotta get this video done. So there's the pull. I'm gonna hold the camera right about here and just do my sweeps. There's the pull, there's the attraction towards the gold coin. See how it locks? How it wants to pull. It wants to pull in that direction. Okay, let's try and pull another direction. But okay, let's do a sweep away from the gold coin, and let's see what happens. See how it pulls? How it pulls back to the coin? All right, so I'll force it to go in the north direction. Okay, so we're heading north now. Let's see if I can try to fool it again. Well, what do you know? It just pulled back to the direction of the gold coin over there. So let me rest my hand for a minute. Hopefully we're not going to mess any of the settings up on the camera. This camera has touch settings with the liquid crystal display deal here. And as soon as you touch one thing wrong, it messes it up. And that's what's so tricky about this. It's actually an iPad Generation 4 with an HD camera, which is a pain in the butt. Well, they make it look really easy in the advertisements, but let me tell you, try holding one of these iPads to do in a video like this, and you'll see what I'm talking about, how it hurts your fingers, it hurts your wrist. Okay, enough about that. Let's keep shooting. We're wasting daylight here. Okay, so I'm trying to make it go in the opposite direction. The wind's starting to pick up. No, we can't wait on the wind. So let's see, by going the opposite direction. We're heading north now, targets to the west. Let's see if the TFR-4, let's see if it'll want to go back to the gold coin. Well, what do you know? There it goes. It's pointing back to the gold coin again. So you see, if you're out here and you're just playing around, or you're doing a treasure hunt and you've got something valuable buried, you will find it with this device. I mean, if it'll go 2,000 feet on 2 gram, on a buried 2 gram gold coin, well, imagine what it can do if your target is 10 pounds, a pound. How about 50 pounds? All right, I'm going to try and trick it one last time. Okay, so we're heading east See, way out there is where we started the video. Let's see what happens if we head completely the opposite direction. Let's see if I can trick it. Oh, look at that. No, it knows. You can't fool this. It's a smart locator. You see that? It wants to go back to the west. Okay, so enough of all that. Let's just start. Hopefully I can keep my eye on the locator. And earlier I had it pointing down. So it's not really, when you're walking like this, it's not going to point every frickin' moment to the target. Sometimes you will have to head at an angle. You'll have to head in a little bit of the opposite direction, but pretty much it keeps the lock on it. See how the antenna's pulling? It's pulling towards that white roof building over there. See that? It's wanting to go. It's wanting to go in that direction. You see? Now, if I try to hold it pointed to the right, let's see. As I'm walking, try to hold it. I can't really. I'm holding it balanced. I'm holding it level. But you see, it wants to. I don't want to trip and kill myself here. It wants to go to the left. It wants to go to the direction of those gold coins. Let's see if we can see the gold coin, not the gold coins. I'm getting tired here, having trouble focusing. Okay, can you see the orange cones? I wish this camera had a zoom. I can see them. Can you see the orange cones? Let me point. Okay, you see where I'm pointing the antenna? You see that big tree? You see the building with the white roof? Just a little to the right of that big tree, look real closely, you can see the two fluorescent orange cones, marker cones. That's where the gold coin is. So watch the antenna, pay attention as I'm walking, and see if that antenna wants to point in that direction. I'm having a hard time seeing everything that's going on here. That is one nice thing about using this iPad to film this, is I can pretty much see, I can monitor what's happening. Not all the time, but look at that. You see how the antenna keeps wanting to pull? It wants to pull towards that big tree. Let's just use that big tree as a marker. See how it wants to point to that big tree? Even if I try to pull it to the right. Okay, we're just going to keep walking with it. And when we get up there, you'll see. You'll be amazed to notice that that gold coin is not even... This isn't an open air test like my last video I did with one of my other locators. This gold coin is buried in the dirt, and I'm going to dig it up, and I'm going to show you that I'm going to dig it up. I'm going to show you it's there. This is no joke. Okay, I have to rest for a minute. We're getting close. I'll take a little break here. Okay, now you can see. Now you can see the orange cones. See the big tree? I wasn't actually too far in my estimate of where I had that gold coin. You can see that home with the white roof. It's pretty close to it. Actually, at that angle, this isn't exactly a straight shot. See the orange cones? I'll point with the TFR-2. Look, there's the orange cones right over there at the base of the tree. Okay, let's keep walking. Hopefully nothing's going to go wrong. It's really, really calm now, which is good. Actually, it's so calm. Let me take another line of bearing here. Make sure. And we're still good on the locator. Okay. TFR-2. Oops, almost dropped the frickin' camera. Okay, thank God I didn't mess any of the settings up. Okay. So there's the gold coin over there. Let's do a sweep. Let's do another sweep since we're close. Let's see what happens when we go past. Look at that. See that pull? See that pull? It wants to go to the orange cones. It wants to point in that direction. I'm doing a sweep. I'm holding the TFR-2 rod level, and look at that. As I sweep past, it wants to pull in that direction. See that as I sweep past it? So this is how you're going to use this device and any of my other locators. You're going to learn to hold the rod balanced and level, and you're going to learn to look for that pull. It's kind of like a little pull, a little tug on a fishing line, you know, like when you're fishing with the fishing rod. Same type. Imagine this as a fishing rod, but it's a treasure locating rod. So you're fishing for treasure here, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that little pull, and when you find that little pull, you narrow it down. That where that little pull is. I'm trying to hold the camera. You narrow it down, and then you visualize what is called a line of bearing, kind of like a laser line to your target. And so you would take measurements with this device and any of my other locators from different points, even from very, very far away, and then you can triangulate. You can make a big triangle and find the point of that triangle, and that's how you're going to locate your targets. So let's take a look here. Okay, we're still on. Let's turn it off again real quick. I'll do this one more time since we're really close now. You can see the gold coin. I mean the cones. You can't see the gold coin. Okay, you see how I turned it off? See how I turned off the TFR-2? Okay, look. Watch now what happens. Okay, you see? See how I'm sweeping it back and forth? Now, I'm not holding it 100% perfectly balanced because I'm tired and I'm holding the camera. I'm doing my best, but look at that. You see, when you don't have this thing turned on, you're not getting any signals. This isn't a dowsing rod. With a dowsing rod, you don't have any switches. You're using your body's energy. This is not dowsing. So it might look like a dowsing rod, but it's not a dowsing rod. This is an electronic 18-volt supercharged frequency resonance locator. That's what this is. So it's not going to work. It's not using your body's energy field. It's not going to work unless you turn that frickin' switch on. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. We just turned it off. Okay? We're going to turn it back on. You see, it was off. Okay, now we're on. Let's check the voltage one final time. We're at 15.4. 15.4 volts. Okay. All right. So, now, watch what happens. Okay, we're back on again. We're back online, as they say. Okay, now look. All right, you saw that I wasn't getting any signals. Now look at that. See? Look at that pull. Look at that pull. See those orange cones over there? See that pull? See that pull to the targets? See, why is there an attraction now all of a sudden? I lost my balance there because I was trying to hold the camera. Okay, see, look. I don't know how many times I have to do this to convince people that, you know what, there is something going on here. There's an attraction. There's something, there's a mysterious force pulling on that frickin' antenna, and I can assure you, it's not me. I'm not doing that. You know, I've been messing around with these locators for a long time, and believe you me, when I got started using these things about 11 years ago, I was the biggest frickin' skeptic in the world because I couldn't imagine that anything like this would work. Believe me, I would have given this up a long time ago if there was nothing going on here. But as you can see, I've come a long way. I've done my homework. I've dug my fair share of holes. I decided to develop my own line of long-range locators to put years and years of empty frickin' holes and thousands and thousands of dollars out of my pocket looking for treasure with some of these other dowsing rods and fancy locators, and I don't want to name any names. I'm above bad-mouthing any of the competitors. I don't need to badmouth any competitors to sell my products. My products speak for themselves. They're beyond anything on the market. Trust me when I tell you that. But the point I'm trying to make is I decided to put all the years of knowledge, field work, digging holes, to take all that and put it to good use. And this TFR-2 that I recently got, this thing, all the bugs worked out. This is a result of some of that experience. Now, I had help developing this thing and designing it. The engineer that was working with me, it's 70% his invention, but a lot of my knowledge and know-how went into this. So I don't want to get off on another tangent here. Let's finish the demonstration. I start talking about all this other stuff, I forget about what we're doing here. Okay, because it's getting dark. All right, you can see there's the pull. See that? There's the line of bearing to the target. Let's keep walking. Let's get the video done. Let me show you that gold coin is there. Okay, and sorry if this is dragging out, taking a long time, but sometimes you've got to get this type of information in your video because, you know, people have these kind of questions. People ask me these type of questions all the time. You know, how did you get started? Why, you know, what was your goal in creating these locators? I actually started creating these locators about 4 years ago for myself. The first of the TFR-1 rod, because I wanted something just for myself that worked better than everybody else's. And that's how the treasure finding rod company got born, with the help of several other individuals. Helped me along the way. Okay, you see how the rod, now you see how it's the road's curving. See the orange cones over there? I'll rest my hand for a minute. You can see them over there. There's the, right over there, there's the gold coin. Okay, now watch, there's a curve in the road here, what, right? Okay, now watch. Watch how the rod, I'm going to try and trick it to go to the right. But watch how it's going to want to go to the curve. It's going to want to go to the left. See, I'm trying to get it to go to the right. I can't. I can move it that way, but the antenna will move. As I said, it's a pivot compass, like a needle on a compass. Free pivot, free floating. Bearings. It's on stainless bearings. So it's friction free. And you can see that it wants to go to the orange cones. You see that? Let's point. Let's do something here while I take a little rest. Okay, look. I'm out of breath. There's the orange cones, right? Now watch. That's west. Now look. We're going to pan the camera, and I'm going to try to show you where we started. You see that big tree way out there? It looks like a big hedge, like a big bush. Okay, to the right of that, let me point. I got a pointer here. Forgot about that. See that big hedge? That's not where we got started. Beyond that, way the heck out there, at the end of this field. Remember, we started at the end of I was in a pasture, a cow pasture. Trust me when I tell you, that's where we got started. Look at where we're at now. Okay, that's 2,000 feet. Believe me, it's 2,000 feet. I've measured it. I've measured it. Believe me, I've measured it. Not with a tape measure. Somebody asked me that not that long ago. Where'd you get a tape measure 2,000 feet? You don't have to be stupid to be ignorant. There's other ways to measure. That'd be funny if they did make a tape measure 2,000 feet long. All right, let's do another sweep. Let's wrap up the video because I want to go home, rest my arm, have some dinner. Okay, you see? Look, I'm going to hold the camera steady. Now look. Now the pull is really strong. See how wide? As you get closer to the targets, the sweeps become, the signal locks, not the sweeps. The sweeps is what I'm doing. The signal locks become real wide. That's because that energy field is so close, and the thing just starts going crazy when you get close to, I can't imagine what this thing would do on 50 pounds of frickin' gold. It would probably just go crazy and rip my arm off. I don't have 50 pounds of gold yet, but I'm working on it. Little by little, I'm getting there. Because that's one thing about me is I'm very persistent. You have to be persistent, and you have to be patient to be a treasure hunter. But let me tell you, you invest your money in this locator or any of my other rods, this is the Cadillac of all of them. But if you can't afford this one, get one of my other locators. See how I'm getting that signal lock? And it will be your bird dog. It will be your you know, it'll be like a very powerful tool. It'll be your best friend at finding treasure. Believe me. See that pull? Okay, let's wrap this up. I'm going to walk right by it. I'm going to shorten the antenna, and then we're going to dig out that gold coin, and I'm going to show you the hard evidence. You'll see for yourself that gold coin is there. This is no joke. All right? Okay, we're walking by. All right, there's the, look at that pull. See that pull? I'm going to shorten the antenna. I'm going to hold it on the gold coin. Okay, shorten the antenna a little bit. Okay, now, you see that? You see how it pulled? And we're going to do it again. We're going to walk by, and then we're going to walk from the other direction because it looks like rain's coming. I'm going to hurry up and get this done. I left a little shovel there so you can see me dig up the gold coin. Okay, now watch. See how it pulls? See how it pulls to the gold coin? Now watch, I'll walk by again. Now watch the antenna, watch the rod. Look at that. See that strong, strong pull? I mean, I can literally feel that pull in my hand to that gold coin. It is so freaking strong. Look at that pull. Okay, so now is going to come a little tricky part. I'm going to shorten the antenna. I'm going to get on my knees here. And I'm just going to show you, as I'm right over the gold coin, I'm going to show you that it's there. Believe you me, it's there. That there's an attraction. See that? See the tip of the antenna pulling to it as I sweep over it? See how it wants to keep going to the middle? See? Now if I stood here and held this thing over those two coins, after a little while, believe me, if I wasn't so tired I'd do it, and if we weren't running out of daylight, you would see that this rod would start literally spinning over that target. See that? How it's pulling? How it's pulling to the gold coin? Okay, I want to set this locator down, and I'm going to hold the camera on the center there where the gold coin is. We're going to dig this up and try to hold the camera steady without anything going wrong. Okay, let's see. I want to show you that gold coin is there. This is no joke. Okay, it's there, buried. This is not an above ground test. Okay, now watch. I'm going to dig it out, and I'm going to show you that gold coin is there for real, that that's what we were getting a signal on. Okay, it's buried down in there. Okay, look, look at that. I haven't dug it out yet. Okay, this is for real. Now look, I haven't dug it out. Look at that. You see that rock? The gold coin is right underneath that frickin' rock. You see that rock? Look at that. You see that rock right there? Let me point to it. Oh, something fell on it. A piece of dirt. Okay, look right there. See where the tip of the shovel is? See that? The gold coin is right underneath that rock. So let's do one more sweep, and I'm going to show you for real that gold coin is there. I'm not even gonna dig it up yet. Okay, now look. Okay, watch. See the pull? See the pull of the TFR-2? See how the antenna wants to go to the middle? When I sweep it over, it pulls. From any direction, it'll pull right back to that hole. Okay? Now, let's dig this sucker out, and let's conclude the long distance demonstration video. Okay? Now, you'll see I'm not placing anything there. You just saw me get the signal. There's the rock. Look at that. Now look, I haven't even pulled it out yet. You see that? You see the gold coin? You see right there. See the tip of my finger? What's that? Oh my God. It's unbelievable. Look at that. Trust me, there's no joke. That's a gold coin. 2 grams. Mexican, 2 pesos. For real. From the 1940s, I believe. Now, you see? Now look. I'm going to try and get the zoom Having trouble with the zoom again, unfortunately. Well, maybe you can see it there. Maybe you can see the date. I'm going to try and get the focus to work a little better on this. So you can see, there's the gold coin. For real. Real gold coin. 2 pesos. Mexican gold coin. I can't see the date. I think it's 1942 or something. Maybe you can see it in the... I don't want to adjust the focus of the camera, because then it, you know, people say that, oh, you planted it, you moved the camera. Well, I'm not taking the camera off. I just showed you. I even have dirt on my thumb. I just showed you that that gold coin was there buried for real. Why that zoom focus is not working? Oh man, I'm too tired to mess with it. There you go, folks. Okay, there's the gold coin. Now, let me put this in my pocket and conclude the video. Okay, so here is the TF. Well, let me stand up and do this real quick. I got the shoulder strap. Let me see if I can turn this around. This is going to be kind of tough. I'm going to have to take it off to demonstrate this before I go. Got the shoulder strap off. Okay. There we go, folks. The TFR-2 molecular frequency resonance locator. Light years ahead of the competition. There it is. You have any questions, you're interested in this amazing, incredible piece of equipment that I just demonstrated to you, shoot me an email. Or if you're interested in any of my other long-range, powerful long-range locators, beyond anything available on the market, I can assure you. Thank you for your interest, and shoot me some emails.